All right, hi guys. So what I've decided to do today is go over how to soak and plant your ranunculus bulbs so that, well, I guess they're not bulbs, they're considered corms, so that we can get them started out. So I have 3 different types of ranunculus bulbs here. So I have the ranunculus marshmallow. This was super pretty. When I saw it on Eden Brothers website, it was like a really soft pink with kind of like a lighter, almost white tone to it as well. So we do have 20, each of these boxes actually contains 20 corms. So that is that one. I also ended up getting a salmon, which is more of like a crossover between like a pink and like a corally color. It was really, really pretty. I saw that on their website as well, and I said I have to get that one. And then I also ended up getting a white mix. So it's a bunch of different types of white corms mixed in here. So I wanted to give those a shot as well. I think I might end up picking up a few more within the next, I don't know, few days, just because I have been obsessed and I've been looking at pictures on Pinterest, and I've really, really liked the idea of doing a lot of ranunculus in the yard. So I figured I would start with these. I kind of am being more drawn to yellows, which is weird because I'm not really a yellow flower type of person. The only thing that I really like that has a lot of yellow in it is a black-eyed Susan, which we ended up picking up some of those seeds. But I think just because I've been, kind of drawn to some more yellow in the yard, I think I might end up picking up yellow ranunculus bulbs as well, or corms as well. But today, I figured we can just get started on the process. So the first thing is I did get some lukewarm water. So it's about room temperature water in here. And the idea is that we're gonna let the bulbs soak for about 3 hours or so. It says anywhere between 3 to 4 hours. So you just need to make sure it says specifically on each of the boxes here that you are not to over soak them. So we're probably gonna do 3 hours, and then by the time that I'm done recording everything and pulling them out of the water and getting them into the trays, it should be pretty close to about 3 hours and 15 minutes to 3.5 hours. So I will go ahead and get these soaking. The biggest thing is I don't really want to lose them. So I was trying to think of a way that I could make sure that I have some pretty good, I have these mapped out well. So I decided I'm going to try the garden marker with some of these garden tags, and just throw the garden tags in there to see if, that garden, I want to test the garden marker, make sure it works really well. My Sharpie markers, they tend to lose the color or, discolor on the garden tags as the season goes by. So I figured if I write the types of ranunculus bulbs on each of these and throw them into the water with the bulbs themselves, it should be able to test the waters to make sure the garden marker is as good as everybody says it is. So I will go ahead and get these started and just start writing these down. So I'm just gonna write marshmallow. And we'll start that one here. And we'll do white mix. That one here. And then salmon. Okay, so let me get these out of their boxes, and then I will show you what they look like, and then just actually start putting them into each of the different water dishes here. I just used a glass Pyrex water dish that I had lying around the house. We have Pyrex glass dishes a lot, so I figured I would just do that. Otherwise, you could probably use the underside of a humidity tray, or one of the actual humidity trays to actually soak these. I don't think it needs to be in any type of specific type of tray. So I figured this should be just fine. Let me figure out how to open this box. Oh, be smarter than the box. There is tape underneath. Come on. Okay. So let me get these corms out. So like I said, each one of them contains 20. So they really look kind of grody and gross in here. They're really not that pretty, but so let me show you what these look like. So they actually look kind of scary. They look a little dead, to be honest with you. That's okay. So when the water, when it soaks, it's actually going to add a lot of moisture to the bottom where the root system is, and it's just going to actually expand the roots a little bit more, so that the corms, whenever you plant them, the roots will actually come out this way. So whenever you soak them, take them out, you'll actually see them get a little bit bigger. They'll be like healthier and moisturized. And then whenever you put them into the actual seed trays, you'll put them with the corn root areas pointing down, and then the tops will be pointing up. So I'll go ahead and just put all of these in here. So this is the marshmallow, just double checking. And I'm just gonna actually put them in here. Let them fully soak. Get all the water on there. Oh, there's two here. That's a big one. Might be able to split that one. All right. So we get those in. And then I will do the other two, and then I will start my timer. Okay, and I went out there into the kitchen and started the timer for 3 hours. So this one, actually, the white mix, I completely forgot. I guess I probably should have read the label a little bit more. This is a Ranunculus and a freesia bulbs mix. So I actually have some other freesia bulbs in here, which I could probably do these as well, but I may actually hold off for a little bit longer on these guys. I'm not exactly sure yet. The marshmallow and then the salmon are actually in the process of soaking right now. So the last step is to just throw in the actual tags in here. And hopefully that garden marker works and the names will stay as they are. So the white mix you can tell easily because there's less amount of corms than the salmon and the marshmallow. So we'll let this soak for another 3 hours, and then I will come back and we will go through the rest of planting them into the trays. All right, so we are at our last step here. I have potted out or put soil into the bottom of a seed starting tray, as well as a just a bigger cell tray. So I believe these are 2.5 by like 2 1/4 or something like that. There are only 10 spots filled in here because I did end up putting in those freesia bulbs in to soak. So there were only 10 in the box, so I will only fill these with those 10 freesia cells. So I'll get this out of the way. We will do those ranunculus because I'm more concerned about those right now. So I'm gonna bring those over. All right, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to use these and create like a barrier in here to separate each of the different types of ranunculus seeds that there are. So this will just be acting as like a little barrier for the corms so that they don't get mixed up. So I will start with the salmon first. So as you can see, these are all done soaking. They look really, really good. They look really moisturized, significantly better. They don't look dead at all. And it has been over 3 hours now. So all I'm simply going to do is just put them in here and just place them in here really lightly. You can actually put them in here, get them a little bit close together. You don't have to. You just want to make sure that the corms are facing down, just like that. Just laying them lightly on top. Once we do end up getting some growth from the roots, after these corms come through, then we will retransplant them again into some bigger containers. Those will be planted in the 3-inch containers to make sure that there is enough. Oop, this one doesn't look as good, but we'll try it out. You want to make sure that none of them are squishy too. That's one of the things that they tell you on the packet, is to make sure that, you know, they are not squishy material, and none of them really do seem squishy, so I feel good about that. I feel like there's a little bit more than 10 in here, but I could be wrong. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, nope, there is 19 in here. This one looks like it has 2 though. Probably pull them apart, but also nervous to risk it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we have 19 of them. They were supposed to have 20, but that's fine. They all look pretty good. None of them looked to have like any mold on them. So that's one of the things you need to look out for too, is to make sure there's no molding. And then also I'm going to stick this in here for right now so that we know that that is for the salmon. And then I'm going to switch these out, pull in the white mix. I'm going to filter around the freesia bulbs that are in here right now, and then just start laying these in here. These ones are significantly bigger than the salmon. All right, and then I'm going to let the freesia continue to soak. Switch these out. I'm going to grab that tag for the white mix, stick it on the side. All right, and the last one, oh, let's actually add a barrier in here quick. All right, and the last one is going to be the marshmallow. Pull these out, stick them on top. Okay, so as you guys can see, I have covered all of the corms with soil completely. I have laid some vermiculite over the top. For the freesia, I ended up putting the bulbs and digging the bulbs kind of like you would any other sort of bulb, with the flat part facing down and then the pointy part facing up, and covered everything with the rest of the seed starting mix and then the vermiculite over the top as well. So the last step is to cover these up and then put them into the wrap. Okay, so as you can see, I have 3 of the shelves full and I have 1 shelf left over. The idea is that eventually I will fill up this shelf with the rest of the trays that I have. I have a few extra trays. I am planning on getting some lisianthus, so I do think that I'm going to need another shelving unit with some grow lights as well, just to make sure that I'm able to get as many flowers as I want this year. That was kind of the entire goal, was that I would like to get a lot of fruits and vegetables this year, as well as a lot of flowers. So that is the plan, is to order another shelving unit eventually. So that's pretty much it for this video today. I do have another video planned for tomorrow, so I am going to try to do some winter sowing with some clear milk jugs, using a method that I have been kind of searching around and researching online just to see if it kind of works out for people, and it seems to work out pretty well. So we're going to start some foxgloves tomorrow with using a cold stratification replacement process, setting those jugs, those milk jugs with the seeds outside, just so that they can get that cold stratification process, as well as try to harden up, because they are a little bit more like frost hardy type of plants, as well as some poppies. So we're going to try some poppy seeds in there as well, and just see how those do too. So until tomorrow, that's all that I have for you today. So I will see you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.